Today's show is brought to you by Audible. Audible is offering each and every one of our listeners a free audiobook with a 30-day trial membership. Just go to audibletrial.com/PBT, browse every single one of their unmatched selection of audio programs, and download a title free to start listening. It's truly that easy. Go to audibletrial.com/PBT.
What's up, everybody? I just want you guys to close your eyes real quick, sit back, listen to the sound of my voice, and
Especially if you're driving.
Light.
If you're driving, just close them.
If you're driving, fucking roll down that window, light that cig, and pop that fucking fifth that you have in your passenger seat.
Are you describing your father?
Who?
Your father?
I thought I just had no dad. I just thought it was just a mom. It's like my whole life.
Jacob, let's get real. You have a dad. He just doesn't love you.
Well, yeah. I mean, he doesn't love me, but I also... Well, no, he loves me. We played a good game.
He loves you so much that he hasn't been in your life for almost your entire life.
He's like, hey, I'm going to go play basketball forever, and you try to find me. And, well, I've been to all 50 states.
How much money have you spent on private investigators?
Me? $0.
Oh. Then you don't love him neither.
No, it's hide and seek. Why would I pay somebody as a private investigator? That's cheating.
I guess you're right.
Play by the rules.
I'm an idiot.
You think that like your dad right now is just like saying he's actually listened to every one of these, and like every time he's just like tearing up as he's driving.
He's writing me a letter
Sorry,
but not
Dad,
sending it.
Yeah.
He's like, listen, they're on my tail right now. I don't have much time, but I love you and I wish I could be in your life.
What if your dad was like a spy? Like a really good spy, and he couldn't be in your life and he can't tell you why?
Even better, what if he wrote me those paragraphs and the first letter of each sentence, like starting on like the next line, just spelled out psych.
And it was an encoded message.
I love like, you.
By the way,
I want to be part of your life.
Read the first letter of each line. It's like psych.
Is your dad sharp enough for that?
Huh?
Is your dad sharp enough for that?
I mean, probably. He's been gone for like 24 years.
He's really good at hiding.
Yeah, he's pretty good. All right, I'm going to go over what we're talking about because we got a pretty lengthy podcast today. We have pretty much news, playing, doing, watching, and then the PS5.
That sounds really lengthy. That could be like a whole 35 minutes.
Let me just give you a little bit of a hint here. You're going to hear about a Lifetime original that you'll want to go out and you'll want to watch like immediately.
You had me at Lifetime Original.
Oh, also, I'm going to give you guys some pretty good stories. Okay, I got some pretty good stories over this last podcast. You guys better buckle up.
Oh, dude, I just buckled in.
Okay, I said buckle up.
All our listeners just actually put on their seatbelts because, you know, they're not...
Because they're driving. With their eyes closed.
Yeah. All right. Hey. I guess what's first on the docket here is news. Jacob, what do you got?
I actually don't really have much for news. Pretty much. Well, I'll go over all my stuff. I was gonna do some like. Well, I'll go over my story. You know what? Fine, we'll do it. So as far as news, I got some like personal news, kind of. Basically, I finally got my goddamn RTX 3070.
Yay! Where's the clap? Clap.
Dude, that was a fucking moment. Actually, funny story on how I got it. Basically, I saw some dude on OfferUp, and he had straight up a picture of like 7 of them stacked up. And he just has a bot that just constantly was buying them. And I messaged him, and I was like, hey man, so I just got laid off my job. I'm trying to get this piece for my little brother-in-law. It's the only thing he asked for Christmas, and I'm really trying to make it happen. I really don't have a lot of money, blah, blah, blah. I just told this bold-faced lie. I just fucking was lying at my ass to this guy. And he literally said, there'll be more next year. Yeah, and I was like...
You're asking for like a handout from someone who just basically fucks people over.
I'm not asking for a handout. I'm asking for one card at retail price. It's not even a handout. He's not even losing money.
Yeah, I know. But you're asking someone who literally fucks people over for a living to like help out.
Yeah, I know. And basically, we did some more talking, and my inner salesman came out, and I ended up buying the card for retail price. And
how would you say?
Yeah,
I basically was like after he said that, I was like, please, man, could you find it in your heart? Blah blah blah. And he was like, this is how I'm paying my mortgage. I was like, dude, I totally get it. Like, I understand it's been rough for me. Like, I don't know how I've been able to scrape by these past couple months. And I was like, I'm really just trying to make a miracle happen. If there's any like room in your heart. And he's like, I'll message you tomorrow. I was like, okay.
And then
fuck.
one thing led to another, and then
yeah, dude. And then eventually he's like, all right,
I'm coming.
I said I paid retail price. I didn't say I didn't tip him or anything.
looks like he tipped you.
What?
Looks like he gave you the tip.
Well, I mean, if you count a tip like, yeah, $5.50 and a blowjob, and I get my fucking graphics card, then yeah, he gave me the tip.
No, I meant the tip of his penis.
Oh, yeah, that too. And that's why I have a sore throat, guys. No. So basically, I got my graphics card, and I actually got surprised because I pre-ordered my CPU. I was one of the few lucky people, and I wasn't supposed to get my processor till the 21st, and I got a shipping notification saying it would be here on the 3rd. So I actually got my graphics card and my processor a day apart. Super stoked. Had Kylie's little brother come over, started building a PC. Took us forever because I was trying to teach him. And literally put the power supply in, wired everything, and before I made it look pretty, I was like, all right, I want to just see if it turns on real quick because that'll tell me if like I fucked anything up. Turn it on, all the lights are on, all the fans are spinning, RAM's on, everything. And I plug it in, and nothing. And I was like, fuck, are you fucking kidding me? And so hours of fucking with it. I literally took the graphics card out, put it in my build, and it was working fine. So I was like, okay, it's not the graphics card, thank God. And I found out that the RAM slot had to be in slot. So there's 4 slots. It's A1, B1, B2, A2, B2. It has to be in B1 and B2. So the 2nd and the 4th slot. Otherwise, it won't power on.
Isn't that how it always is?
No, it's not always like that. Actually,
it's normally A1 and A3. Right?
It's normally A1 and A2.
It's normally like, I thought it was like normally second from the left. Or I mean, sorry, all the way left and then like 2 from the right.
Yeah, so it's usually the first
like 1
and
3
and
basically.
the 3rd slot.
Yeah.
But this one was the 2nd and the 4th slot. So I was like, okay, whatever. And this was like 2.5 hours later. I finally figured it out. Just like literally plugging RAM into each slot and powering it on, powering it off. And then I got the BIOS screen. I was like, all right, cool. Went to bed, turned it off, and I was like, all right, fuck yeah. And then I realized, I was like, wait, it was on that BIOS screen for like 5 minutes. And so I was like, whatever, I'll worry about it next day. Next day, go in, it doesn't go past that screen. And I was like, fuck, okay. And so I thought my RAM was bad, so I went and bought new RAM. It's still doing the same thing. So now I basically have this fully built computer.
A processor?
No, I think it's my RAM. It has an LED on it that so this is what really fucked me. When I first did it, there's like 4 LEDs. One says boot, RAM, PCIe, which is your graphics card, and then CPU. And basically, only the RAM one was lit, and then when I redid it, the boot light went on. I was like, oh, okay, so clearly the lights mean it's working. So I was like, okay, it's my GPU and my CPU. And then I was like fucking around with it, and I was like, oh wait, no, that's not right because I already know my graphics card works. And so I basically Googled it. Turns out that if the light's on, it means it's not working. And so I know it's the RAM, or I thought that's what made me think it was the RAM. And then after getting new RAM, I just basically came to the conclusion, okay, it's not the RAM, it's the motherboard. So I'm basically waiting on a replacement from Amazon. The shitty thing about motherboard means I have to rebuild my entire computer.
Yep. Dude,
So-
I've got a RTX 30 or 2060 way back, like right when maybe a few months after it came out. I bought my wife actually bought me a 2060, and then so I bought it she got it from Amazon because that's just I put it on my wish list because that's how I keep track of shit I want, and she just ordered it, and I put it in my computer. Shit was like running, blah 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 blah. It was having this like weird issue, like my computer would boot with my old 960, but without the 2060, it wasn't booting, or it was something weird like that. I don't remember specifically.
You had a 960?
I had a 960 before the 2060, yeah.
Oh.
And then I don't remember what happened, but I spilt water on the top of my computer. And there's like basically vents with fans, but the fans I hadn't plugged in the fans, so the fans weren't working yet. I was just trying to get it to boot and stuff. Well, I'm pretty sure the water fell right on the fucking RTX 2060, and then it just wouldn't work at all.
Dude.
So it was like literally the day after I got it from Amazon. So I just messaged Amazon and said, "Hey, like this isn't working." Exchanged it, and then boom, just like continued on my merry old way. Now I still have a 2060.
That's nice. Well, dude, I'm still banking on the motherboard. Like, if it's not the motherboard, it's a CPU, and these are so hard to get that I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to get a replacement. I'm giving my brother-in-law my computer for Christmas, and it has a 3070 Ti in it. It's a pretty nice computer, but like, it's shitty if I can't get it before Christmas. So I'm like, fuck. I really hope.
Seriously.
And then Jay doesn't even know what a graphics card is. He's just shaking his head no.
No, I've actually tuned out for the last however many minutes you guys were talking about computer stuff.
About 30.
Oh,
That's
so we're
really
done then.
impressive. Like we talked about this before, and we argued that like a little bit about this. And I was watching Linus Tech Tips, and they were talking about like the PlayStation 5 and comparing it. Like what basically they're comparing it to gaming PCs because obviously gaming PCs are nicer than a PS5, but they're also exponentially more expensive, right? Probably like double the price. And like it's pretty impressive what the PS5 does for $500.
I don't even think it's really how impressive it is. I think it's just the like satisfaction of that all these games are going to be optimized around this hardware and this system. So you could build a computer cheaper than a PS5 that's like 2 times better, but the problem is when that
we talked about this before. That's not true.
It is true.
You can't build a computer for $400 that's better than a PS5.
I literally watched a YouTube video.
I don't believe it, dude.
Yeah, well, you're obviously
brand new parts.
Wait, you're obviously not using brand new parts. You're using used parts.
So you're putting used parts into a system where you can buy a brand new system that's optimized to actually run the game.
Yeah, but we're talking like a used, like, let's just say used graphics card that retails $800. You get it for $600. You get it for $250, right? Nothing wrong with the graphics card.
So the graphics card, but that $250 is now half of the build. So now for the other $250, you have to
I'm not giving like a set example of the exact dollar amount. I'm just giving an example of how much cheaper it is versus the retail price, and you're also getting a part that has like my graphics card. Okay, let's say I get it. Let's say I use it for 2 years. It has a 3-year warranty. And any graphics card you get, you can actually file under saying it was a gift, and say I think it's like it'll let you. I think it lowers the warranty, but you could just say it was a gift, and as long as they manufacture it, you'll have an extended like 1-year warranty on top of it.
Well, the cool thing is we could probably talk about this because I'm pretty sure Linus Tech Tips this week is releasing like a video where they try to make like an equivalent, like for $500 they try to make a PC that runs as well as like a PlayStation. So
yeah, they use new parts usually though.
Well, dude, that's what I'm comparing to. Unless I guess if we're talking about that, then like you'd have to talk about like used consoles down the line whenever they're actually cheap, like $400. You'd probably have to compare it to. Obviously, now it doesn't count because you can't get them. But anyway, any other news, Jacob?
Oh yeah, I might have COVID.
Oh, nice, dude. I took a COVID test last week too. I was I had a temperature and everything. So welcome to the club.
As soon as I said COVID. I might have COVID, Jay just is like goes from looking at his phone to like up at the camera and just starts smiling.
He just logged out of Discord. He's like, I'm not taking any chances.
Mask it or casket, dude.
I'm
glad we do this remotely.
That all the fucking time. I said that to somebody at work, and they're like, "Dude, that's so smart. How'd you come up with that?" I was like, "Dude, I'm just fucking quick-witted, you know." Fucking.
Well, everybody has said that. It's been a thing.
No, I've never.
Mask or
heard that.
casket. It was on like a commercial, like some sort of Oregon public health campaign.
Oh,
that's where I got
it.
it.
IKEA lately, and there's one that's like, if your nose is exposed. Oh fuck! I can't remember. I don't know, dude. It was like I was like, God damn it! This is something Jay would say.
Well, so what are your symptoms if you have COVID?
Okay, so basically, you
look like shit, by the way.
Okay, well, I tried looking my best before this podcast. Thank you.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. So basically. Went to IKEA. That's why I went to IKEA, actually. Kylie's little brother is going to get a whole new bedroom, basically. And we need a queen mattress because they only really have shit for queens and up. And so I was like, okay, cool. So I was like, text my friend. I was like, hey, do you want to go with me to the coast? Because my grandmother has an extra mattress. And he was like, yeah, cool. Whatever, I'm down. And so we get in the car about 30 minutes on our drive. He gets a Snapchat from our friend Mitch. And Mitch is pounding Frank's Red, like not just like taking a shot like most people. Like he literally has it in his fucking mouth and he's chugging it. And he's like, dude, I can't taste a fucking thing. And that's a symptom.
That's gonna give him diarrhea.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I think he got diarrhea from it. So,
what did it feel like?
Basically, it was like I'm getting COVID tested because him and Derek work together.
You should ask him what his diarrhea felt like.
He sent me a... That's like if you eat like fucking The Last Dab. Yeah, that's... Ew. That's gross. But basically he got tested, it came back positive. Now Derek can't taste anything, so he doesn't get his test for a couple days. So we'll see.
So you're staying home now, right?
Hell no.
Hell no, you're a super spreader. That's what you do.
I got bills to pay and bitches to fuck, dude.
Anyways,
I'll wear a mask.
So what else is new?
Mask or casket. Huh?
What else is new?
That's it for me.
Scott?
News front, I do have the first piece of news I have. I just sent this to the boys here. Hey, KFC actually has something awesome. A Lifetime movie coming, right? KFC.
What's it called?
You can Google this yourself. It is called The Recipe for Seduction. And guess who plays the Colonel? Mario Lopez. Nice.
Wow, that's a spitting image. I'm looking at the photo right now.
Yeah, and he literally plays Colonel Sanders, and it's the tagline is "We all have secrets. His just happens to be a recipe for seduction." It's a Lifetime original, like mini movie.
Yeah, I wonder if he had to get into shape to play this role.
Dude, I didn't know it was a KFC movie.
Yeah, bro. Presented by KFC too. Premieres on Sunday, December 13th at noon Eastern time.
That's the ridiculous thing. That's what I'm saying.
He actually looks like the Colonel. I didn't even see. I thought he was just grayed. Like gray hair.
Stop.
No, I swear to God.
He does not look like a fucking Colonel.
Dude, he looks like the fucking Colonel.
Yeah, if he was like Puerto Rican and used like Halloween hair dye or a Just for Men on his beard and then wore glasses and then wore a shirt 2 times too small.
Just to clear the air too, this is a 15-minute mini movie, and I'll tell you something. This is genius by KFC for making this, because I haven't talked about KFC in how long, and I'm starting to see this all over Facebook, and like people care about this. Like, they think it's funny. It's basically a 15-minute commercial everyone wants to like see because of how ridiculous it is.
Well, KFC is kind of known for doing like the weirdest gimmicks because didn't they have a gaming console? It was called the KF console.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. We reported on that. You heard that first here.
Didn't you buy it and play it?
No, I wish. They had it, though. Let's see here. Let me see if it ever released. 3 weeks ago. Yeah, it was called, the KF console.
Yeah, it was like June or July or something like that. It looked legit from the renders, but then like you look a little closer and it's like, oh shit, that says KF console. And then it even has like some of the red and white accents with the lighting, but it's an actual. It looks like a real console that's black and matte.
Followed up when Cyberpunk was delayed from November to December.
Yeah.
When Cyberpunk announced that they were delaying their game, KF console also mimicked them and said that they were delaying their console as well.
Jesus. Well, whatever. I mean, it got people to talk about KFC, so whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, you should buy some stock.
Other than that, that's the only, basically the only news I have. Jay, I think you said you have some news, right?
Something that I just showed Jacob just because I wanted to see what his opinion on it is because you and him are more into gaming on PC. But Jacob, it looks like Razer has something that's called a Tomahawk. That's what they call the first modular gaming PC. But what's your take on it?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Guess what I just read from it?
No.
The full model equipped with an RTX 3080 Founders Edition will cost $3,200.
You have that laying around.
No, I have a 3070. Dude, the 3080 retail is...
3080 retail is $1,500.
No, it's
No, that's
not.
the 3090. The 3080
No.
is $800.
It's $800. Damn, dude, that's expensive. See, okay, so are you guys looking at the picture?
Yeah.
About 2016, I bought a Razer Blade Stealth. It's a laptop. And the reason I bought it is because you could actually buy what I thought was a external graphics card to make it a PC, basically, like a desktop. I was like, okay, cool, because it came with a really badass processor, and all you needed is a graphics card.
It was basically like this kit, right? Not a kit, but like an enclosure where you could put a graphics card in there.
Yeah, so it was like a box with a PCI Express extension that you plugged into.
Mm-hmm.
And then that basically was just like USB-C to your laptop.
So basically, it was like a PCI Express, for people who don't know, is just literally the slot you plug a graphics card into. So just imagine an adapter that you plug a graphics card into that then USB-Cs into the computer, almost like an external graphics card.
Exactly. And when I bought it, I realized that the box actually costs like $450, which is about the cost of a decent graphics card at the time. And that's what this whole computer actually looks like, is the box that you put your graphics card in, which is pretty smart.
Yeah, it looks like an Xbox One, actually, or not Xbox One, Xbox Series X. That's what it reminds me of. Just like
it totally does.
The thing about something like this is, and this is, I think, kind of what Jacob will probably agree with me. Like, most PC gamers don't really want something like this because, you could change it. You can just open it up and change out your graphics card right there, like, really easily. But you could do that on a regular PC as well. Like, open the side panel, like, swap it out, install drivers. And then all the rest of that shit looks proprietary. I'm not 100% sure, but it sure looks proprietary.
So this isn't really any different from a regular PC. Like, everything is already modular in a PC.
Yeah, it's worse.
It doesn't look proprietary to me.
Well, let's see here. What about, like, whatever that enclosure is? Can you just pull it out and remove the processor? That's what I'm trying to see here.
I don't think yeah. Yeah, I think you can.
That's what it looks like to me. You can just pull that out, just like normal.
That's what it
There's
looks
even
like.
the gallery
I
here.
mean, honestly, if I'm spending $3,200 and getting that hardware, I probably wouldn't need to change anything.
Yeah, it's true.
The nice thing with Razer is they're usually pretty, like, add on later if you want to. The proprietary people are usually like Dell, other bigger like basic computer companies.
What I meant by like proprietary is like, for example, if you look when you pull that out, like the I can't tell for sure the power supply. Like, is that just a regular power supply? I can't see. Like,
that's standard. A lot of companies are switching to smaller power supplies that are like they're actually platinum, 80 plus platinum certified. But it's a new type of like wattage. I watched a Linus Tech Tips video on it. It's basically a cheaper way to do things, but they're basically changing power supplies. They don't run like they used to. They're like half the size, and it uses like a USB-C extension on the motherboard, I think.
The one cool thing about this is that you can just pull out the whole chassis out of the box.
Yeah, that looks sick. That's a really good design.
And it looks like, if you look at the front of the box, it looks like they have like some contacts that I'm assuming are for the buttons, you know?
Where?
Like if you pull open the main picture, it shows the graphics card in front of the graphics card, and the bottom of the whatever this, not the enclosure, but the actual like body of this thing.
Yeah.
There's like a row of contacts, which, like I said, I'm assuming are your, like, I am guessing they interface with the case in order to use the buttons, because you don't plug the. Doesn't look like you plug that into the case at all.
I don't see the row of contacts that you guys are seeing.
So,
I do.
Picture, but the second one, there's like a row of contacts, So I'm guessing
it looks like that just slides right out.
Buttons and LEDs and stuff. That's like your controllers.
Here's the thing with Razer is if you want to spend a lot more over retail, you can, but you're going to get probably pretty good quality. But it's way overpriced in my opinion. But I mean, you always get something that you know will last. So
yeah.
But like you were saying, I think the only people that would benefit from this is people who stream.
They just pick it up and do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah, if you go to like PAX, TwitchCon, BlizzCon, stuff like that. But
that makes sense.
That's it. That's the only, and most of the streamers already have builds like this. Like
a little tiny build.
Yeah, they have like a portable PC that is usually like plenty for them to stream.
That makes sense. Well, that's definitely interesting. It has RGB, like an RGB underglow.
Yeah.
Wow. Anything else? Is it Jay?
Yeah, the only other things I have were some things that I sent to you over the week. Actually, really over the weekend, because these things that I found were pretty small bits of news. Keanu Reeves is reportedly returning for Speed 3. I know that we just covered that in the movie of the month, which oddly we haven't done a movie in the month for a while. But Keanu Reeves is on board for Speed 3. According to the article I read, it doesn't say anything about Sandra Bullock returning. So who knows? I mean, that would be the only Speed movie that she wouldn't be in, because she was even in that shitty one with Jason Patric, Speed 2 Cruise Control on that boat, which is pretty shitty. And then the other, I mean, unless you guys have anything to say about Speed 3.
Speed sucks. Never watching it. Fucking D-.
Fuck you, dude. Speed was awesome. Speed 2 sucked. Anyway, the only other piece of news is that it was an article I sent to you. Somebody had like plugged in like all of the analytics based off of selling PS5s on eBay, and it looks like scalpers rake in $43 million in profit by selling PS5s and new graphics cards online. I just thought that was insane. And this is like obviously collectively, it's not like one person selling this, but like there are even like tables in there with like the average like markup is on a PS5. And let me see if I can pull that up for the disc version. Say that again?
I'm not a part of that statistic, just so you know.
Oh, yeah.
I only pay retail, but...
Yeah, you had to only sacrifice your mouth virginity.
Dude, I fucking hate scalpers. I hate them. I hate them so much.
Me too.
Yeah, I heard that.
Dude, while you're looking for this, actually, you might like this too. Oh. Well, that bot that guy was using, he said he bought it for $300 and now goes for $3,000.
That's crazy. That's an easy way to make money for people, though, if you really think about it. Because, again, you could do any hot releases. It doesn't have to be electronics.
Yeah. Well, I think they're set up to only do one thing.
Yeah, well, whatever, you still make money. So, PS5 digital costs $400, right? The median price was just under $1,000. How crazy is that?
A digital?
Yeah.
So I was gonna touch on this because I've been following this pretty closely, just this whole PlayStation thing. Apparently, like a lot of the retailers are getting smart about this. Like bots and people with bots are having a lot more difficult time. Like now Walmart isn't shipping PlayStation 5s, or at least it doesn't look like they are. All of their shit is now in-store pickup, which doesn't work if you have a bot, because usually, I mean, you have to select like a location, enter your zip code, select the store that actually has it in stock near you, and then you have to show up, which obviously you can't, like that's not always possible in the area around you. And so that's drastically reducing the amount the bots are getting. I mean, I picked one up from Walmart, which was one of the most terrible experiences, by the way, going to a Walmart. And then Target now is doing the same thing. They're not selling them online anymore. Well, they're selling them online, but only for in-store pickup, and they're allocating like a certain amount to each store. So you can buy it online. You just go to your local Target and pick it up, but the bots can't get them, which is really cool.
Dude, the PS5 disc version, the median price is just over 1,000. This is wild. Xbox Series S, median price $469. Series X, median price is $865. So clearly PS5s are the more popular, but they even go down and break through like all the graphics cards and in the medium prices. So like, Jacob, what was the graphics card that you bought?
30.
I bought a 3070.
3070, and you paid how much? The retail?
$550.
Oh, just over retail then?
Well, the one I bought was retail $550.
Oh, it says here that the MSRP is $500 for the 3070.
There's multiple brands.
Oh, okay. So median price is $786. So that sucks dick. But I just thought that was interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting.
The prices are actually going up. That's crazy.
Well, I mean, we're getting closer to Christmas.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
The prices of computers are getting like, even like, dude, I look at Best Buy. This isn't like a terrible deal. Maybe you can weigh in on this. Obviously, you could make your own, but if you were just like a regular person, and you don't make your own computer, this is $1,350, and it comes with a RTX 3070, a 1 terabyte SSD, Ryzen 7 3700. At Best Buy, like to walk in and get something like that, it's not a terrible price.
Well, yeah, that's not bad to get a 3070, but the new Ryzen series came out and it's like way faster. And
well, no, I'm talking about for someone just to go in and pick it up, but obviously the Ryzens are
I think that's fair. One thing actually related to that bot thing, I'm actually part of this Discord that will tell you when stuff goes in stock instantly, like the second it's in stock. And I actually got a message from, well, they have like just a general chat, and what they're doing is they're actually developing a bot, and what they're going to do is they're just going to start giving it out to 100 people a week, or like 200 people a week to get their product, and then once they say that they've got their product, they can cancel it, and then it'll move on to the next person.
Cool.
So it relies a lot on the honor system, but most of the people, actually all the people in this Discord, aren't your average botters. They're just people who want to get their hands on a graphics card for their build at retail.
Well, I mean, that makes sense. I mean, maybe they should just release that bot to like everybody, and then like the botters are like almost like, I mean, they have to wade through all the other botters who are just trying to get a single one.
The problem with bots is you like even if you were to go like look and buy a bot, you actually probably couldn't buy one because most of them are sold out because you actually have to individually code each one that a person uses.
Interesting.
Yeah. But actually, one thing I thought was kind of cool too is my friend wanted to get a new build too, and There are some new websites that are actually coming out and started selling graphics cards, CPU, PS5, and Xboxes. Like this one, I had my friend buy it. It was live for like 20 minutes before it actually sold out because it was just something that the bots didn't really check. So maybe keep your eyes out if you guys want to get one.
Yeah, I'm basically kind of out of the PlayStation 5 grind, so I got two. Like I'm happy with that. Like I don't need any more.
You need more.
PDW, Jacob, maybe a quick PDW?
Yeah, playing. I've just been playing Apex. New season of WoW, new expansion of WoW came out. I'm actually not even level 60 yet, which is pretty sad, but I've just been doing so much shit around my house, I just don't have time. I've been more of a casual.
You're getting old, dude.
Well,
You're transitioning.
No, actually. No, I'll always fucking game for a lot, like, for my whole fucking life. But, I'm building different. It's different. I'll explain it. I'm building a 200 square foot shed right now in my backyard because Kylie's parents are going to be moving in for a couple months. So basically all my free time has been eaten up by building this shed. So that's why I haven't really been playing WoW as much as I would really like. Jay, put your hand down. No questions now.
Wait a minute. Your in-laws are going to be moving into a shed that's 200 square feet?
That's storage for them.
Okay. You said
They're
that
paying
like they were
for it,
going to be
though.
moving in.
Yeah, they're gonna live in about 200 square feet. I saw this really nice layout at IKEA while I was there, and
Dude, he has COVID for sure. Like, look at fucking Jacob.
Dude, he
100%
looks
has
terrible. You look like you have AIDS.
He looks like he could either eggs or COVID, or maybe a mix. COVID.
seriously, I don't know what it is lately, but like the last like 3 months, I wake up, I'm good for like 2 or 3 hours, and then I'm just tired all day.
Yeah, you have COVID, dude.
No, dude, I need to go to the doctors.
Yeah,
you better not go out, man.
It's been like that
Seriously.
for like 3 months, bro.
We've been in this lockdown for like
not like that. You look like shit right now.
Everybody, dude, you're the second person to say that in the last 3 days.
I
I
love
literally
how
walked
Jake's
into
like,
work yesterday-
everybody tells me that. And it's the second person.
Guy from work goes up and goes, "Dude, are you okay?" I was like, "Yeah, I feel fine." Why? He's like, "You don't look too good."
rip.
Anyways, continue with your playing, doing, watching.
No, fuck you guys. I'm done.
All right.
Jay,
I look like shit. I need to take a nap.
No, you need to not have COVID. That's what you need. Doesn't matter. We're across a computer screen. I'm glad we do this shit remotely.
Fuck!
Yeah. I've been watching a lot of TV lately. I've been watching weird shit lately. I'll start with the things that I really like. I've even like given them grades, but like I'm sure you guys know that Mandalorian's a pretty bomb TV show. Jacob, you
So
don't know
good.
because you don't watch, right?
New one's so good.
Dude, Mandalorian's ass, and also I haven't watched a single episode. So.
Okay, that's it. I'm gonna mute Jacob. So let me try that real quick.
Go ahead.
So yeah, the Mandalorian newest episode, best episode yet.
He's trying to talk.
Couple of holes. Huh?
I muted him. He was talking the whole time.
Oh, I know. I just muted him. So the other thing is that like I just there are a couple of holes in that. The whole jetpack thing, the whole idea of like I think that's the biggest hole I have. Is like it was just a plot device.
Jetpack on the ground.
Yeah, but I'm not going to give any more spoilers away. You have to watch it. And the other thing that I've been watching that I think is actually a really good TV show, and which is a huge surprise, is it's called How To with John Wilson.
Basic. Oh.
I
How to Basic
unmuted
is-
Jacob. So
How to-
it's called How To with John Wilson. Basically, if you watch Nathan For You, it's of the same vein where it's kind of cringy and it's really deadpan. It's on HBO. He basically it's this guy behind a camera that filmed New York pre-COVID, and he tries to answer a simple question during like a 30-minute time span. if you liked Nathan For You or any other deadpan like reality show, give that one a chance. They've only gotten like 3 episodes in, I think. But the first one was like how to be good at small talk. The other one was how to your guide on scaffolding, which is a strange one. And they always go down this rabbit hole that has nothing to do with the original subject at hand. So watch that one. That one's a good one. Fargo, it's pretty good. I'm 1 episode behind still, but I did watch the episode that Scotty was talking about that reminded him of Wizard of Oz, where it turned from like black and white to color.
It was like actually like directly representative of Wizard of Oz. The kid even walks down a yellow brick road.
He walked with Toto.
Yeah, exactly.
How do you know if it's yellow if it's black and white?
Ooh.
There's something in there. I can't remember specifically. Well, for one, it's color at that part too, because it turns into color like partially through the episode. But yeah.
Yeah. It's a good TV show. Chris Rock is not convincing at all as a bad guy. So that was like one person I would recast. I feel like almost anybody would be better. Dude, Chris Rock is awesome, just not lately.
Dude, ever since that movie where Chris Rock was a fish with the shark tail, favorite actor.
You loved him in Madagascar too, didn't you?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking zebra.
Yeah.
Dude, that was pretty good.
Did we talk about the Great British Baking Show finale?
Well, I was going to get into it too. If you want to talk about it now, I'm totally down.
I'll save it for a second. I've been watching Ink Master. Just finished season 1. That show is fucking tight, actually. I don't even have a tattoo. I don't know shit about tattoos, but just learning about it from that show and seeing how stupid some of the styles are from season 1, it was really fun. That show's a B+ so far. The whole thing's available on Netflix.
Have you watched Tattoo Far? How Far is Tattoo Far?
Say that again?
Have you ever watched How Far is Tattooed Far?
No.
No way. Are you serious?
I don't even understand what you're saying. How far is Tattoo Far?
Yeah.
I don't even understand that concept.
I don't know if you like the whole. Well, you just said you like the whole tattoo thing. So basically, they take 2 friends that are having an altercation. Snooki's actually one of the main hosts on this too.
Oh God, sounds terrible.
Great.
And they basically say, okay, you get a tattoo. You can have a tattoo of your feelings, how you feel the other person is, and they both get permanent tattoos. And they get to choose what their friend gets. Dude, there's one where one girl wanted to have a 3-way with her. So what she did is she had a tattoo of a guy standing up peeing on the both of them below, and she was like, what the fuck is this? She was like, well, it's like, I wanted to tell you that I want to have a 3-way with you. And she was like, why didn't you just fucking ask me? So she permanently has a dude pissing on 2 girls on her, it was like her butt. But I mean, it's pretty fucking crazy. There's a lot of bad ones. A couple fights break out. You'd probably like it.
I'll give it a shot. The other show that I've been watching is called The Teacher. It's on FX, but I've been watching it on Hulu. So far, it's like a B-. It's not a good show. I've talked about it a little bit. It's about some kid who nails his teacher and the consequences and the trials and the tribulations that are involved with the fallout of somebody who's not emotionally ready for a relationship like that, especially with the dynamics of teacher-students. This last episode, I feel like was way more realistic, but the show by itself is still pretty far-fetched. And Scotty, if you'd like to join me in talking about Great British Baking Show, the finale was it was okay.
I mean, we predicted it, right? She got her doors blown off.
Oh yeah. Well, we even predicted the winner too, which is funny.
Yeah, for sure. They all did a great job. They were really good. That whole series. Not the series, the last episode. I thought they did a good job. other than Laura, who's done like a terrible job. I liked this season. I thought it had like likable characters, and had some cool outside the box bakes, like the Japanese bake was cool and stuff. Yeah, I thought it was all right.
Here's my gripe with it, and I gave this season, I gave it a C+. My gripe with this season is that, number one, I felt like the quality of the baking was really shitty comparatively to other seasons. Because I've even started watching the holiday special one where nobody takes it seriously. Even those are better than the entire season of this latest one, which I think was like season 8 or something like that. No, it was like season 10, I think. Well, whatever season.
Yeah.
But like the other thing that I thought was really shitty too is that like if you can pretty much predict the winner from like the first half of the season starting, then the show's competition wasn't up to snuff. And then on top of that too, people kept skating by. Some of the better competitors that had a bad week did get eliminated. I think that part is at least fair, is if you have a bad week, you have to get eliminated. But then there were some other people that just didn't agree, got eliminated over another person. And I'm looking at Laura on this one because she actually had a worse week than the week that Mark went, which was Japanese week. And then like she should have been eliminated right before the finale in the semifinals, because her mind would have been a way better option.
I wonder if they had limitations on who could actually compete, because those people had to be in the bubble for a long time. I'm sure a lot of people don't actually have the ability to be in a bubble for 8 weeks or however long it was.
That's a really good point, because in competition shows like this, I've seen situations where somebody appears to just out of the blue either stop trying or make a very simple mistake, and then they just go home. I think that's been the case in at least a season or two of MasterChef, where somebody's like, it looks like they're just going to crush it through the entire season, and then boom, they make a simple mistake and they just melt down.
Well, it could be like a lot of people who also are good bakers, like better than Laura, for example, who would have normally been like on the show, just have like a regular job, because normally they just do it during the weekend. And so they're like, well, I can't take 8 weeks away from my family. Like 8 weeks of weekends is one thing, but 8 weeks of like every day in a hotel. I'm wondering if that was part of it.
Yeah. I mean, that could have also been a part of it too, because one thing that I did notice is that they would normally bring back all of the contestants that were eliminated right after on the finale so that they would be reunited. None of them were there. It was literally just the hotel staff. Yeah, they legit went home, I think. So that was weird.
COVID.
But that's it for my playing, doing, watching. Unless you want to have anything else to say about Great British Baking Show.
Have you guys ever seen anything on Great British Baking Show and you've actually like wanted to recreate it yourself?
No, they're all really advanced, hard, really difficult.
Really
bakes.
tough.
Yeah.
Do they only bake stuff? Is that it?
Yeah.
Like straight up, they just go, all right, here's your oven.
Well, no. They don't only bake stuff. It will be like a bake, so like the main body of it might be like a cake or something like that, or a roll. But they make like caramel, and they make candy, and they make like meringue and stuff. So it's not all baking. Yeah. But like the main piece of it's always baking. I guess that's on to my PDW, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Finished Fargo. I won't spoil it. I give the show as a whole a C, C-.
Ooh.
Really feel like the ending sucked. I won't say any more than that.
Sounds like my kind of show.
I really thought that you would have given it a better grade than that.
Well, I liked it, but the ending, again, I'm not going to expand on it because I want to spoil it for you. But I just didn't like the ending.
Let me guess. We get the origin story of Mike Milligan.
I'm not going to spoil anything for you.
That's a yes.
Dude, one thing
not.
I can't stand about other people's grading system is you could have an entirely amazing movie series, and then the ending, people will only rate it off the ending. I would say that like a good series with a bad ending is typically a B. But
no,
I don't know.
That's at least not how I grade.
Like, maybe I'm speaking more from an anime standpoint, but like sometimes you'll get a really good quality anime, and what happens is the animation studio says, okay, we want more money, make more episodes that don't have anything to do with the story, and so the author doesn't get time to work on the ending. Or sometimes you get a really good ending, and it's a really good anime. You could have a short 5, 6, 20 episode anime with it's really good quality. It'd be like a A tier anime, but I don't know. I never base it off the ending because I really look at like the whole series as like an aspect of it.
Well,
Yeah.
So take Game of Thrones for example. I gave that a pretty harsh grade. I gave it like a somebody asked me to grade it or rate it on like a 1 to 10 scale, and I said it was like a 3.
What?
So
That's terrible.
yeah, it's pretty bad. But then they were like, you can't just grade it off of the last season. I was like, I didn't grade it off the last season. I took the liberty of creating a line graph season by season, and my level of excitement or enjoyment on a scale of 1 to 10. And I'd say that season 1 started off at a 3, season 2 about on par, season 3 around a 4, season 4 is around a 4.5, and so on. It goes right on up at season 7 to like an 8, and then it goes crashing right down to a 1 for season 8. And then I take that linear model and I create an average off of that, and it was really right around like a 3.5. So,
do you know how many times they had to film the final season, the final episode?
Yeah,
No.
a lot. They did a lot of like changing things up. There's a multiple
Yeah.
endings because they didn't want anyone to get spoiled.
Well,
Oh,
not
I
only
did hear about that.
They had people flying drones over where they were fucking filming, and anytime they caught it, they had to refilm and change the ending. So, I mean, you kind of have to give them credit where credit's due.
No, it's
yeah,
still
they
smashed
paid
the
so
whole
much
fucking
attention
thing
to
into 3
detail
episodes.
that they had a Starbucks cup and a water bottle in post-production.
Well, the fact
So-
that they spent 7 seasons building up to this fight with the White Walkers just to have it end in 14 minutes.
It was
Yeah.
pretty shitty.
But yeah. So finished Fargo. Currently just started Lovecraft Country. I'm on episode 3. Excited to continue that one. That's an interesting show. It's completely like weird. Don't know what's going
It's
on.
surreal.
But, yep. Excited to continue on that one. I think that's basically it. And of course, last thing I've been doing is playing some PlayStation 5. PlayStation 5.
You got one?
Oh, real quick, I'm sorry. I forgot. I am playing a new video game. I'm playing Stranded Deep. You guys played that?
Nice. Yeah.
It's
never even
fucking
heard of it.
hard.
It's like The Forest. I don't know if you ever heard of The Forest. It's like The Forest, but only it's on islands and shit.
Yeah, fuck, dude. Why is that game so fucking hard?
Dude, that's the whole point of that game. If you like that game, there's another one that's even better in my opinion. Fuck. I can't remember
I
what
could
it's
probably
called.
beat it.
No, you can't.
There's
do
a lot of games like that that are survival games that are really good, but yeah.
I'm
That's
a man.
And
I'm a natural
and then
gamer.
on a whim, I picked up where I left off in Battlefront 2. It's a fun game still.
Dude, quick funny story about Battlefront 2.
Okay.
Came out, had it. It was probably out for like a week. Me and my friend bought it. We're like, dude, let's play it tomorrow. Downloaded it. I literally have never even opened the game. I bought it on Origin, and I have 0 seconds played on the game.
Rip.
All right, sorry, Scott. Go for it.
You're good. I got the PlayStation 5. I was trying to think of like how to rate like the PlayStation because I'm a PlayStation fanboy, but I was also just trying to think like for a console launch, like overall, like what are my feelings on it? Like how impressed am I? And I probably like as it stands right now, give it like an 8. With
Jesus.
the biggest piece of it being is the controller. The controller is like unlike anything I've ever used. The L2 and the R2 buttons are like the resistance that you get is so cool. And then, I mean, I'm sure you've heard this explained like a bunch of times, but you just have to like use it to feel it. Like for example, on Dark Souls, like you go up like this rickety old elevator and it's like, you can almost feel like every little like sound. It's like cling, cling, but you feel it all over the controller. It's really cool. Obviously,
you'd only give it an 8?
I'd give it an 8. The big reason being is because there's just not a lot to do right now. There's really very few games. There's I want to say there's 8 or something in 5 games, and most of them are multi-platform. So Assassin's Creed Valhalla, I could get it for PS5, but it was available on PS4. It's not that I'm trying to think of it in that case. The 2 big games that came out for it, I think, are the biggest one is Demon Souls. It's PlayStation 5 only. You have to have a PlayStation 5. And then the other one that came out that was all over is Miles Morales, which I also have. Miles Morales looks good, and it doesn't look as good as Demon Souls, but also it's also on PS4, so it looks like a slightly higher definition. What?
Is there any sort of Puddlegate equivalent for this version of Spider-Man as there was for the last Spider-Man?
No, I don't think so. It looks really good. And there's 2 different settings on both of them. There's cinematic and then performance. Performance is at 60 FPS, and then cinematic is at it's less. It just depends. But cinematic has I think they said Miles Morales has ray tracing and stuff like that, which is cool. It looks really good. It looks impressive, but the high frame rate is definitely where it's at. It looks a lot better.
Did you download the free GTA 5?
Oh no, I didn't realize that GTA 5 was free. I forgot about that.
Yeah. So you should be able to download it for free and then import your stuff.
I'll download it. The most, by far, hands down, far and away, the most impressive thing is the loading screens. I also got Madden, because Madden, you get a free PS5 upgrade when you purchase it on PS4, so I got that as well. And the loading screens are unbelievably quick. 5 seconds. You click the button and you're in. For Madden, it used to take so long to start a game. I remember I'd pick up my phone, go on Facebook, go on Reddit, start reading shit, and then it was I literally pick up my phone, unlock it, and I'm in the game. No joke. It's so quick.
Is it really that long for Madden?
Dude, Madden's so long, dude. You'd have to look up a comparison. It takes forever to load Madden.
Double duted.
That's bullshit, dude.
Dude, I did watch a review of 2K on PS5. 2K is getting they're saying it's good. It's a good upgrade. It's one of the better looking games, according to the 2 reviews I watched. So
yeah, it looks great, but it plays the same.
Oh, that is a big difference too. Madden actually plays differently, which is kind of interesting. So they did a few things, going from one to the other. The loading screens are quicker. Everything looks sharper. Obviously, it looks nicer. The players on the sideline used to all be generic, not even real players, and now there are some. The defense will be on the sideline, the actual player models. So there are a few differences. The locomotion or the movement, it's more realistic. You have more weight behind your person, and the controller vibrates differently while you're running and stuff. But I don't know if 2K, I'm assuming based on what you're saying that 2K doesn't feel a whole lot different in terms of gameplay.
At least from what I've seen on YouTube videos, because again, I don't have a PlayStation 5 yet, and I'm not going to be buying 2K, but I did watch next gen gameplay. It looks exactly as I would expect it. It looks really good, especially in the cinematic sequences. But then when you see actual gameplay, it looks like the same animations. It looks like the same sort of movement. Not to say that they're on rails, but there are points where it looks like they're on rails. Bump steals are still a thing.
In animation or whatever.
Yeah, bump steals. The other thing where if you're trying to drive to the hole, you get blocked by an imaginary force that isn't there. So it's bullshit.
Yeah, that's weird. The other thing that they did update, and I'm gonna upload it. Let's see here. See if it might take a second to upload. But they added a new gameplay look, or a new presentation. And it's actually, let's see. I think I got it in general now. You guys can watch it. It's still loading. But anyway,
it's still loading.
It says compressing file.
Great.
No, I don't know. Anyway, what it is it has next gen stats, which are basically, like how fast the player's running, like a full on sprint, how long it takes the quarterback to throw the ball. I just texted it to you guys. That looks really cool, and so the upgrades in that department are really super impressive.
Is the PS5 on an SSD? Is that why it's faster? Oh,
yeah. It's actually it's on SSD, and it's like, according to like Linus, it's actually faster than a regular SSD.
Yeah, I heard about that.
And it has the space for an M.2 or whatever.
Huh.
But it's not unlocked yet because according to them, what they're saying is that they want to make sure that the M.2s that are compatible with it will actually run the games quickly enough for them to not be terrible. Also, this is the coolest part I was going to tell you guys, which is really cool. I literally unplugged my external hard drive from my PS4, plugged into my PS5, just continued playing my PS4 games. Like, no change, didn't have to re-download, nothing. Like, I had downloaded Farm Simulator for my son onto my PS5 because that's a game he likes. I plugged in the hard drive and it said, you have 2 copies, would you like to delete one? I was like, yes, delete. Just kept playing on my hard drive.
Are you using your PlayStation 4 for remote play at all?
I haven't used it yet. It's actually broken down. We're going on vacation, and I'm going to bring it and the VR. So I've yet to actually set it up again.
Oh, okay. You should tell us how that works out, because I am curious how well that works.
Did you say PlayStation 4?
Yeah, you can use your PlayStation 4 to remote play your PlayStation 5.
PS5.
I just don't know why anybody would have a PlayStation 4. It's like last gen.
Oh, fuck you. I have that.
Dude, get with the times.
I'm
But
trying.
I have to say, I'm like overall impressed. The dashboard is very, very like minimalist. It's quick. There's not like a whole lot going on. I'm sure they'll add to it. I also like now when you first start, there's just the media and the game. So like at the very top, you're in either games, like all of your games, all of the game, like to purchase the PlayStation Store, PlayStation Now, and then you just go to media and it's all of your Disney Plus, all that kind of shit is just in media. I feel like it works a little better when it comes to that. So,
actually, I have a question that I think even the listeners would like. So what is your opinion on the actual physical PS5 as far as like, do you like how it's like black and white? Do you like that it's standing up? Does it like not look as bad as it does online? Or
so it's interesting. Like what my buddy at work like told me, he's like, dude, when you get the PlayStation, it's gonna blow your mind like how big it is. And I was like, okay. And then I got it, and it wasn't really that big. And I think the reason I felt that way is because I'm used to PCs. Like my PC is fucking giant. Like maybe I'm just used to big, like computers. But it is bigger. But the shape of it, the stand is dope. The stand is really cool, has a cool design. It has a screw if you stand it up, and the screw actually is nestled inside of the stand. So if you're in horizontal mode, the screw actually has a spot, so you don't have a chance to lose the screw. It's really well designed when it comes to that. And the look, it's fine. My only complaint with the look would be, and I guess design, is the disk drive's in a weird place. If you lay it flat, the disk drive's like at the bottom, like under, it's just weird to try to put a disc in.
like you have to put it like the disc in up?
The face of the disc is up, like it should be. But basically imagine, like if you imagine the contours, there's like the main part that juts out and the disc is kind of under and recessed. And so when you put the disc in, it's like going into like a recessed disk drive. It's just kind of odd to do. But I mean, it's not terrible. It's just kind of weird. Then the I/O is good. It's in a good spot, like the USB-C and the USB. Everything seems to be in a good spot. There's not a ton of I/O, but everything seems to be in a good spot. It's definitely loud and hot. Not loud,
damn.
hot.
What's the battery life like on the DualSense?
I haven't got a full test. I would say 75% of what the DualShock is, like the old one. Be my guess. And the controllers are doing a lot more, so it makes sense. I mean, they're powering like all the motors inside and like the haptic feedback motors. definitely not quite as good. But I'm excited to see more. Like, Cyberpunk comes out tomorrow. Like, if you're listening to this, actually, Cyberpunk's out. Or maybe it comes out the 10th, I think.
I think it's the 10th. So it'll come out in a couple days.
Yeah.
One day
So
away.
if you're listening to this, then it is coming out tomorrow. But that's basically all I got on that. Is there anything else you guys want to touch on before we let these fools go?
Nah.
Just Jay Eastwood, what's up?
Oh, Jay, you enjoying that TV? That TV working out for you?
Yeah. Yeah, we already set it up the same day. So Scott sold us the TV.
He's in the 4K revolution now.
Yeah, but I don't have anything that's 4K to enjoy it with, so it doesn't matter.
You can watch like Netflix or something, or Hulu or Amazon Prime.
It doesn't matter.
I really wanted that TV, but I don't know. I guess just the wall that we look at it, I guess it's good enough for us because I guess Jay bought the TV before, you know.
Yeah, the wall that you look at to entertain yourself, it's the one that's right behind you, right? It's just a blank white wall with a stain on it.
Yeah. Imagine the plain white tees, but just sheetrock. That's pretty much all I look at all day because I don't have a TV. I can't afford it. My friend Scott was going to sell me one, reasonable price, and
you can't even play video games anymore. So shut your mouth.
I can.
And you have COVID, so dude, it doesn't even
you
matter.
Have priorities.
Shut up! I'll cough on you.
Shout out.
Be let into my house first.
Shout out to Jacob.
Yeah, shout out to my two dogs, Parker and Axel. Shout out to Kylie, and shout out to Peggy, and shout out to my mom.
Jay.
Shout out Delbert. Shout out Adolfo, Jackson, Panda, Javad, Patricia, Jacob's mother, Ben's mom. Shout out Katie. Shout out CeeLo. Shout out COVID for finally getting Jacob. That's it.
Rudy Giuliani too.
No, fuck him.
Yeah, got him. That's what I'm saying. Shout out him.
Oh yeah.
Shout out COVID. It got him. Shout out Raven, Robbie, Kat, Jay Hanny, Jax. I'm sorry if I forgot you, Patrick, or whoever else I forgot. My wife, my son. Hey everyone, have a good night. Bye.
Laters.
Now you can go like.